key thing that for IndieCade that we care about are really bringing to light the creativity and the future of what people are creating in the game industry. We like to surprise people and to give people a chance to be inspired about both creatively and through interacting with people and playing these amazing games to be, to continue to move forward together in a really positive way. So that's kind of what it's about. Showcasing this creativity, showcasing the incredible diversity of ideas that people have, and new voices. Very strong developer community, and the kind of silver lining to this situation is that we can build a platform where more people who are just interested can also join and see some things they wouldn't otherwise see. And that is in a respectful way, and in because sometimes some of these games they're so unusual and people don't know what to make of them, but this way we have the ability for people to hear what our curators have to say about them, why they're selected, why they're important, to hear from the game creators themselves, and also to get to experience the games. So we have an ability to reach a broader audience, as well as to bring our community together from more different places. So we have, I was in a room and there was somebody from China and somebody from Japan and somebody from Malaysia and somebody from Scandinavia, all in different time zones and able to interact, and it was really amazing. We decided really early because to go digital. We've had a lot of people advise us in the past that it was a good idea to be digital because, we have a community of independent developers, and it's kind of expensive and hard for them to travel. And so we realized there weren't very many opportunities to showcase independent work this year, that we had an opportunity to provide more of a platform for independent developers, that they're able to attend from their, living room or bedroom or wherever they are. And so it kind of breaks down a lot of barriers for people. And this is kind of just the beginning, but what we see is this is something that we can do all year round and can be very advantageous to the community and to the whole industry. So we plan to do regular events all year, and this is just kind of our kickoff. The reason the event is so long and running around the clock is because we did a collaboration between our team in Europe and our team in the United States. And usually we work together, but we create the separate events. And this year we realized, we can all work together. This is fun. So that was really a kind of a wonderful experience. And the events are kind of a little bit different because, there's different audiences and different locations. And so it was really fun to bring those together. And I look forward to doing that much more. So the event's really long because we stretched between when original IndieCade Europe was originally scheduled and when IndieCade US was originally scheduled. And we didn't know at the beginning if we'd be able to have anything in person at all. And if we had, we were going to just do kind of like an opening and a closing in both locations. So it's kind of why it ended up so long. And then we had so much material to fill it with. We have like 200 streaming hours of these games. So when you see other events looking at indie games, they show a lot of trailers or they do things that are kind of short. But we're actually literally streaming every single game, playing it. You can experience it. They each have a web page built out where for most of them you can do a demo of the game or some way to access the game. So we really wanted to give each game attention. And because of the calendar, we run them twice. So you can see them in any time zone, and we were really careful with that. So that has been a really fun adventure to do for us. That is true. It is not the same as being able to actually watch, if you were a creator, watch somebody hands-on with your game. I guess you see the streamer doing it, but you can't see, a group of people playing your game. But given the situation, it's kind of the next best thing, where you can watch somebody play, and where we have the games and the developers available on the website. Also, as part of the conference, we're able to fit in a lot more artist talks and creator talks. So we have a lot of opportunities. There's one this morning called Face to Face, where it's people who are doing live action games. And it's a panel, and they're all talking about it. So every single creator has the opportunity to talk directly to people. And we can play this for people later too, which is nice because it's all recorded. And then we have a number of channels for people to interact one-to-one, or through video chats. People are spending a lot of time connecting that way. We have an entire area of networking, where people are talking face-to-face or in groups, and a lot of text too. It's kind of the best solution. It's not the same as being in person, but when we're all kind of stuck at our homes, it's a solution. And there's some things that are beneficial. So every year, we do a show and tell. And we were trying to figure out, how do you do a show and tell? And we ended up turning it into a game slam. And the game slam, everybody had maybe 60 seconds to do kind of a pitch. And the developers have ended up getting so much more visibility by how we did that. So in terms of the visibility part, that was much, much better, and people could participate from around the world. In terms of the play testing part, that's harder. And so the play testing, we are setting up on more of an individual basis right now. And we'll be doing a larger play testing event later this year. Absolutely. Well, what I think we're going to do is, now you're hearing this before I talk to all of my colleagues, but what I think we're going to end up doing is do, like I said, multiple events. Our platform now, what we realize is IndieCade anywhere and everywhere. So we're planning on at least doing events every quarter digitally, so 4 times a year, that will be digital, and be able to bring people together that will complement whatever we end up being able to do in person, because there's many things that you can only do in person. We always have a lot of live games where people are running around or doing things that are physical, or alternate controllers. And while some of it and a lot of the performance has gone online very effectively, a lot of it is physical. And what we're looking at and able to do is, let's take the parts that are really cool about the festival that you really need to be in person for, and have those in-person events that complement the parts that are actually more effective online, so we can do that combination. Yeah, and in Europe, they weren't the same necessarily. There was an overlap, but they weren't always the same games as in the US. So the teams worked together and chose these games. So it was also extremely competitive this year. We had a lot of submissions, and from more countries than we usually do. It was a much more international group of submissions. We got a lot from France, but a lot from all over the world, which was really exciting for us. And the games were also better than games we've ever had. And this year it was very, very hard. It was more than we've ever had that were, it was very competitive. We end up with around a 3,000 mark on the submissions. And they were from all over the world. So that's why we do things like the Game Slam, the show and tell, more, and we do a conference just for people who submit. So they are all invited. So we make sure that every single person, every single game that submits has the opportunity to participate in some way, even if they're not nominated. So they all have the opportunity to be part of the Game Slam. They'll all get invited later this year to be part of a playtesting event. They've all received, tickets to come to the festival and to a special developer summit day. So we really you don't just submit and it's competitive and then you forget it. It's you submit and then you're in. You're one of us.